Jacqueline. Welcome back to Dreams of Music and Makeup, or welcome here if this is your first video with us. Thanks for coming along. If you are new around here, I would love to see you subscribe. I know that a lot of you guys who are watching are not subscribing to these videos, and I would love to have you a more regular consumer of this content. Even more so, I would love to hear your thoughts on what you would like to see in videos to come. Let's go ahead and hop into what this video is about. We're talking about the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation today. I picked up the shade LN4, which is a little bit neutral for me. You can see that my neck is a little more yellow than my face. I did bronze so that we're generally the same color. I just didn't bring this down my neck today. I would like to pick up a more warm undertone version of this foundation, but I just haven't seen it in store anywhere to be able to really get an idea of what it will look like. In this foundation, I believe that the system goes a little bit like this. They have a light, medium, and either a deep or a dark for the first letter of the color. Then they have the undertone. They have either warm, cool, or neutral. I picked up the shade neutral. And then they have the depth of the undertone. So I know that the light delineation at least goes up to the number 4 because I have a light that has a number 4 on it. I tend to not be the fourth from the lightest shade in any foundation, but this is not too deep for me, so I would say that this goes pretty dang fair. I do really enjoy this foundation so far. It says that it has a brightening complex in it, which I haven't really noticed as of yet. I don't think I've worn it enough to be able to speak to that fact yet, though I have to admit it is exciting to me that that could potentially happen just as a result of doing something I already do, which is wear makeup. What I really like about this foundation is on other days that I've worn it, it's really done a good job of not settling, of not looking old the more hours it spends on my skin. As of right now, it's been on for about 30, maybe 40 minutes, and I find that this foundation looks very consistent throughout the day. I don't find that it does anything too crazy. I don't overproduce oil. It doesn't super dry me out. It's a right middle of the road kind of thing. I have noticed that with this foundation, the first time I used it, I did not set my face, with the exception of the center of my face, which does get a little bit oily. I am still a combination skin type. Today I did set my face in areas just to see how it played. I want to play out all the different aspects of this product and see how it does for you. I figured we would check in at the end, see how this makeup held up. I do have just some Anastasia and a little bit of Makeup Geek shadows on, and I'm wearing a combination of mascaras that I think do really well together. This is an old favorite of mine. This is the Maybelline Lots of Lashes with the little rubber brush, but it is their original formula. And then this is the new CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara, which I've really been liking. I really like these together. That is what I'm wearing on my lashes today. I'm gonna go and eat some lunch before I head off to work. In the meantime, I will see you in a bit. You are getting a super sassy Jacqueline today because today I can show you about 10 minutes worth of footage of me doing test footage. My microphone is malfunctioning and picking up some sort of electrical feedback, and I have done everything I can to troubleshoot it for about 2 hours, and I can't fix it. So I'm hoping I can somewhat fix it in editing, because otherwise we have no content. Closing last night at work and opened this morning. It's now Friday, by the way, so I'll be filming and editing today. But I was supposed to be doing all of this on Monday, but one of my coworkers fell ill and was vomiting at the spa, so I actually had to go in and take over. Life happens, and I'm part of a very small team that kind of has to come together when things like this go wrong. We're talking about the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation today. I was supposed to do a check-in for you guys last night. I was not feeling well. I had massive headache right behind my eyeball, like right here. It's been flirting with me today even, so I'm trying to get this in while we can before I'm incapacitated. Basically, I was supposed to do a check-in with you guys after wearing this foundation for a while at work last night. And because I was feeling so rotten when I got home, I immediately took my makeup off, did what I needed to do, and went to bed. I applied the same makeup products today and tried to film it for you. Had all kinds of issues. So here we are. I have applied the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I applied it at 8 a.m. this morning. It is now 3:15. I've been trying to film this for you guys for a little over an hour. Hence why you're getting a little bit extra sass from me. I am coming off of a long couple of days, and I really feel like this foundation has held up well. So this foundation has been on for over 7 hours now, and I feel like aside from a little bit of shine down the center of my face, it really looks flawless. Like, it still looks fine. I didn't even hardly powder today. I powdered under my eyes, and I took whatever was left on the brush and powdered down the center of my face. But that was it. I do not have my foundation set on my face other than with the colored powders that I used. I used Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, an Essence Satin Blush, and the two Maybelline Master Chrome highlights mixed as my face products today. I did set everything with Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. I usually use a setting spray, so I included that in this testing. I also used the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion underneath this foundation as a base, which I did yesterday as well, so I did that for consistency's sake. I do feel like this foundation holds up well. It's not completely transfer resistant. I will say that there's a little bit faded or missing on either side of my chin. If you're wondering why that is, it's still very cold where I live, and so I have one of those puffy vests that kind of sits here when I have it mostly zipped up. Rubs off just a little bit of my coverage here, but nothing too noticeable, nothing bad. It's not like it's all gone wherever it was touched. But what I like about this foundation is it gives you a healthy amount of dew and a healthy amount of matte. I don't feel like it's on either extreme of the spectrum. It's a really nice middle of the road finish. I have not blotted or powdered or anything. I was far more matte than this when I left this morning, so why don't we just take a blotting sheet and see how we fare. See how this holds up to being touched up, because I have not tested that yet since I didn't do a check-in last night. I feel like it looks a little better. It looks a little bit fresher, touched up, but it could have been just fine, honestly. It's really not bad. It didn't remove any of the foundation when I did that. I think I did make my mascara flake a little bit. I didn't mean to touch that. It holds up very well. I mean, for not claiming to be a crazy long wear foundation, which it doesn't, I think it does a really wonderful job. And for it being a neutral undertone, I feel like it blends pretty well with my skin tone. As I get tanner, of course, I will have to go more golden because that brings out that undertone in my skin. However, I'm really enjoying this foundation so far, and it's really nice to have something that's not crazy full coverage, but it still looks decent throughout a long day. I don't feel like I looked greasy or like I needed to touch up my makeup earlier before filming this for you guys. I just did that to see how it holds up to being touched up. I'm going to use my MAC Skin Finish Natural Powder. Yeah, honestly, it looks good as new right now. Like, I totally would wear this throughout the day and then touch it up for nighttime wear. This is very workable. I feel like it just, it looks great. Like, I can't believe that it looks this good after this many hours of wear. This is very atypical, especially for an inexpensive foundation. I mean, the number 7 Stay Perfect is an exception as well. That is a little bit pricier than this foundation, though it is still my ranking number 1. I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you see how this looks after several hours of wear. And I'm going to stop talking and let you do some detailed looking. Pretty much wraps up this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here for my regular videos. I put them out twice a week, and I'd love for you to be here for them. If you want to stay up to date, click that bell next to the subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time I post something new. I hope to see you in my next one, and I hope you're having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are.